Novak Djokovic beat Carlos Alcaraz in their latest match at the ATP Finals, then insisted the Spanish sensation is nothing like his compatriot Rafael Nadal. Novak Djokovic has played down any comparisons between Carlos Alcaraz and Rafa Nadal. Djokovic beat Alcaraz in their latest encounter at the ATP Finals to book his place against Jannik Sinner in the final in Turin, Italy. Djokovic has already shared some titanic battles with Alcaraz, just as he did with fellow Spaniard Nadal at the height. There are inevitable comparisons between the two players, but Djokovic does not see it. Speaking after his win over Alcaraz, he was asked if he sees some Nadal and Alcaraz with reference to some rallies being reminiscent of matches he had with Nadal. "No, I don't," Djokovic replied. "They are different players. In terms of the great occasion and the feeling of the intensity on the court that he brings, yeah, there is some similarity. But he's a completely different player from Rafa. He's one of the most complete players that I ever faced in my..." It's quite impressive for his age that he's able to play consistently well now for several years already, and he's the youngest ever #1 in the world that we had. A brilliant career already, and I think it's quite obvious that he's going to have a brilliant career full of success in the years to come. He's still very, very young. But, yeah, he does bring the best out of me. He makes me prepare for the match as best that I possibly can. That's where I probably would compare it to the preparations that I had in the matches against Nadal or Federer, where I had to come out every single time at the peak of my abilities in order to win against them. Whilst Djokovic believes Alcaraz is completely different to Nadal, the man himself has previously admitted to being inspired by his Spanish compatriot. In a clip filmed at the Cincinnati Open earlier this year, Alcaraz said, "To be in the same table as the legend Rafa," he said Rafa was my hero when I was young and started playing tennis. To watch his matches and his finals, lifting the best trophies in the world." Nadal responded to that video ahead of the ATP Finals, writing, "Big hug and good luck in Turin." After becoming world #1 and being asked about a rivalry with Nadal, Alcaraz said, "Rafa is not my enemy. I say hello, I don't see that competition. With the rest of the players, it's the same. Beyond that, I'll try to keep being #1. Asked to give advice to Alcaraz earlier this year, Nadal said, "It is difficult to advise him. I am very bad at advising because I have learned more from examples than from words. But if I had to tell him something, I would only tell him to keep improving or at least have the hope of doing it, which is what keeps you motivated."